For day 2, I made this cute little gift card holder that you can put your little gift cards in, or um, I'll just use like something that I got in the mail, but you just can slide your little gift cards down in there. And I just typed or stamped Merry Christmas at the top, and then you can write your own little sentiment there. But it's very, very easy, and I've seen it a couple of times. I think Sue Moore, she did one, and then Jamie B, she made one as well. It's kind of changed, and different people have done different things. Um, so we'll get started with that one. First off, you're going to take a sheet of paper and you're going to make it 7 3/4 by 10. So you're going to cut off 3/4 of an inch off of the 8.5 side, and then you're going to cut off an inch on the 11 side. So you've got 7 3/4 by 10. And then with your 7 3/4 at the top, you're going to be able to get two cards out of one sheet. So then with the 7 3/4 at the top, you're going to score this at 6 inches. Sorry, yeah, with your 7 3/4. See, I was looking at that, I was like, that doesn't look right. So with the 7 3/4 at the top, you're going to score it at 6 inches. So we'll do that. And then you're going to score it at 2.5. Make sure that that is snug. And then, so that you can get 2 cards out of this, you're going to cut this at 5 inches. So get that lined up. And there you go. Now you've got two cards that you can make. So we'll get that out of the way. Okay, we'll put one of those to the side. And then you're just going to fold your card over. So I'll use my bone folder to really burnish those edges. Make sure it stays down okay. Alrighty, so there we go. We've got our card to start with. So next we're going to take, and I've cut, for that piece that I cut off from the long side, I'm going to use that for the belly band. So I didn't throw that away. Then I took my DSP and I cut 2 pieces. One is going to go along the top part there, and I didn't cut that one right. So let me measure that piece again. That piece needs to be 2 1/4. Okay, so let me get that piece over here again, or that trimmer over here again, so that I can cut that piece. I thought that doesn't look right. That's too big, so it needs to be 2 1/4. So we'll cut that piece again. So there, we've got that. So we're going to have a piece that is 4 3/4 by 1.5 inches. That's going to be at the top of your gift card. And then this bottom piece is 4 3/4 by 2 1/4, and then that piece is going to go on the bottom. Now, one thing that I didn't do on the other one that I made, that I'm going to do on this one, is I'm going to round the top corners. So if you have a corner rounder, Stampin' Up does not have one. So I have one that I've had for a long time. It has a 1/2 inch rounder. I know that the crocodiles, I believe the crocodiles, they used to have corner rounders on them. Let me grab my crocodile and see if it does. Or crocodile, they made a corner rounder. Yeah, the corner chomper is what it's called. And so they have a 1/2 inch and a 1/4 inch. I don't know if the crocodile still makes that, but again, an old tool that I've had forever. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to round the corners of the top part of the card. I just think that'll give it a finished edge. So we'll do that. See, it kind of finishes that edge. So I'm also going to do that with the piece of DSP as well. So we'll get that centered in there, okay? I like the look of the rounded edge. That could just be me, but like I said, I got this some time ago, and it's an EK punch, but it is the 1/2 inch corner. So we'll go ahead and see how that kind of just gives it, to me, it just gives it a finished edge. Now again, you can attach these with your snail adhesive or glue. Since I still kind of want to save my Tombow glue a little bit since I'm running low, I'm going to go ahead and use the Stampin' Seal to adhere this to the card base. Get my fingers to not stick to it. That would be nice, right? Now you just want to make sure that you get it lined up okay before you press it all the way down. That's what I do like about the glue, is that you kind of have a little bit of leeway to work with. And then for this, we're just going to attach. Get that going. Get all sides, and then kind of a little strip down the center. And then we'll attach this to the front. Again, you just kind of want to center it on that. Centered on the front there. And then we are going to use a small, I have a 1/2 inch. That's the smallest I have. If you had a 3/4 inch, that might even work. But you're just going to put a little notch here in the middle, so where you can pull your card out. So you just want to put your punch in there about halfway. Pop that up. And there you go. Now you've got a little notch. Okay. Now, you do want to make sure you use something that is going to hold the sides really well. So I am going to use, and since the card is pretty wide, we really don't have to worry too much about, see how there's quite a bit of room. So I don't have to be really careful with the glue. I mean, you don't want to go crazy, but you know, I can give it a little bit of an edge, and I'm not going to make it so wide that I can't fit a card in. So you want to do that. And like I said, you just want something that's going to be a good adhesive to hold those sides on there. So we'll go ahead there. So there we have the base of our card. Now the belly band, like I said, I saved that edge that I cut off, and so I'm just going to wrap it around. And see, it's still a pretty good size, so I will be able to cut a little bit of it off. But I want to be sure that I'm getting a good wrap around. And I will cut off. I'll cut it off about there. So there, now I have a really good belly band piece to put on there, and I'm going to go ahead and it's just snug enough that I can pull it on and off. So I'm going to go ahead and use my Tombow glue again, just to make sure I could have a good solid hold. Want to hold it a little bit just so that it does go together. Now you can make your belly band wider if you wanted to. If you'd prefer to have a wider, say an inch size belly band, you can do that. I just liked to save that edge strip that I cut off, so I'm not wasting any paper. Okay, now for the rest of that belly band, I used the dies that came with this set, and I cut from, this is how I put it on my plate. I ran it through the cut and emboss machine. Just use scrap pieces of paper because it's a paper piecing one. So you've got the back with his antlers. I did that in early espresso. So there's that one. For the next layer, which is going to be kind of his eyes and the inside of his ears, and then the chest, I used the Very Vanilla, and I used the Stampin' Pick tool to pop it out. And see there, it popped his eyes out. I'm just going to pop his nose out. But then the others, there, just kind of got to get a hold of it. So there's that part of him. There we go. And then the very front, I used pecan pie for that one. And these are just, I kind of just took little scraps of paper that I had and I measured them up, and then I like cut them down so that they would fit on there. So we'll go ahead and pop out his ears and that, and then we'll pop him out of there. Didn't get that one out. There we go. Okay, so kind of grab onto that, pull that out. And then it's got the wreath. So, and that's kind of cute. You could maybe save that for a mask that you would maybe blend or ink into. So there we go, got that popped out. And then the little bow tie on the front. And see, this was another piece from the edging that I cut out for the card. I cut that piece off of there. So again, not just kind of saving as much paper as I can. So there we go. Those are all the dies from the set and how I cut them out. Like how they all will fit on that cut and emboss base. Makes it very easy. So now we'll put him together. So we've got the base, and then the next one, and then the next one. And this one you're going to maybe want to use your glue so that you can line everything up okay. And this one is really, this one's going to be the fun one because it's very, very thin piece. But we'll go ahead and use the glue on a couple of spots here. If I didn't shake, it would be even better. But just kind of use that glue. Don't squeeze too hard to get it out there. So there's that piece. And we're just gonna line it up over his ears. And like I said, that is one thing that I like about the glue is you've got a little bit of time before it all sets. So you can move things around as need be. So there, see, we've got him lined up on there. Okay, now we're gonna take this one. Got a little bit more area that we can apply the glue to. And then this piece we're going to apply to the antlers. Make sure that it's all aligned okay. See, it does, it lines up really well, so you know where you're at. So there we go with that. And then this is going to go onto this. So just need a tiny little bit of glue. And then I'm actually going to cover that up with that cute little peppermint too, though. So there we go there. Okay. Now I may do that. I'm going to see. I think I did. So I'm going to put this cute little reindeer kind of in the center of the wreath. So he's kind of popping out of the wreath a little bit. So I am going to put a little bit of glue up here. Not too much, but just a little. Since that's where I'm putting that reindeer. So we're good there. So you just kind of want to decide how much you're going to be poking him out of there. And there we go. And see, so that's what it looks like on the back. Okay. And then we're going to apply this to the belly band, which I was going to say, where did I put that belly band? And so you're going to hide that seam. So I used, it's hard to tell, I used dimensionals to attach him. And I think I was able to use some of the bigger ones because they are pretty wide. So we will, like, just right down the center, I used the bigger ones. There, that way it's kind of holding him on there pretty good. And see, then we're going to just attach it like that. So get the backings off of those dimensionals. Okay, and then just place it down the center of that. Press down a little bit. And then, like I said, for the sorry about that. I'm going to put a little peppermint right on top there. I don't think I put, nope, I didn't put any peppermints on that first card. So for this card, I am going to put, there are 3 different sizes of peppermints. There's small, medium, and a large. And I'm going to go ahead and use the medium for the center of his cute little bow. So there we go. So there we have, well, sorry, not done yet. Got to do the inside of the card. So the inside of the card, I stamped the Merry Christmas in the garden green. You could use the real red, you can use garden green. This one is really not going to matter. There's lots of colors in the packages, the Christmas packages. So just do whichever color you like that's going to work, that you like best. So I just kind of stamped that at the top, center. There we go. Okay, close up that ink pad because I know I'll stick my finger in it. And then we'll use our stamp and seal to attach this to the inside top of the card. So I like to go around the edge. Make it so it doesn't stick to me as much. So I don't want to be stuck to the card, but you know how it goes. So, and I see that I did knock my camera off a little bit. Oh, see, I just noticed I need to round the corners of this as well. So it is going to be a little bit sticky, but that's okay. So that it all matches. Yep, there we go. See, I need to, and there we go. So now you can stick your card in there, your gift card in there, and you are good to go. Get that out of my punch. You can stick your gift card down in there. Write your message, add your belly band, and you're good to go. As I say, you're good to go. This one doesn't want to go on there very well, so I got that one a little bit tight. There we go. Yeah, I did make him a little tight, so I had to do him a little bit different. But he still fits on there. I just made him a little tighter than I made the other one. But that's good too. So there you go. You could even use DSP to line the back. That's up to you. I just did the front. I just thought that looks good just like that. And then you could even stick that up in the tree and you're good to go. So there is day 2 card or gift card holder. And then we're done with that one.